Morning, friends. Pastor Chuck Blair here. Great to have you joining me this morning as we take a look at what is the more perfect place at 10 Minutes of Morning Common. And that idea that we have this idea, the art of homecoming. We have idea that there's these perfect places out there, these places where we just feel at home, where it just feels like, oh, this is it. And heaven's arranged the same way. Heaven is the art of a spiritual homecoming, place where we eventually will pass on to the afterlife, and it will feel very much like home. It'll feel very much like home. It'll feel like they've been waiting for us. It will feel just natural. And again, there will be other communities around us, but there'll be this place that definitely stands out as home. And what is it in a spiritual community that truly makes it angelic? Well, it's no different than what we have here on earth. You know, as in heaven, so upon the earth. We're supposed to bring this, according to the Lord's Prayer, we're supposed to bring these concepts, and we're supposed to live them as best we can down here in this life. So I want to read for you a bit out of the book Secrets of Heaven, and you'll hear a lot of beautiful things here, and it's actually echoes of the United States, echoes of our country and some of the founding principles here. A couple of things to make note of. The more people there are in a single community and the more united they are, the more perfect they are. So that first part, it's actually both the parts I want to talk about. So first off, there's more numbers. That idea of e pluribus unum, from many one. That idea that as you grow in number, you grow in diversity, you grow in perspective, and that actually is what strengthens a society, or all these different perspectives, all these different ways of seeing the world. But the beautiful part, and this is part two, so numbers bring more perfection. And the second part that brings more perfection is dedication towards certain aims or goals. So we're all kind of rowing the boat the same direction. We know what we're trying to create. We're gonna use all this diversity as our strength to move it forward in that direction. And you think about it, friends, like like really good restaurants. I kind of see that's maybe an analogy for heaven. Maybe that works for you, maybe it doesn't. But just it's a bunch of really good restaurants, and there's one restaurant that's going to be your favorite. It's just going to feel like home, and there's going to be the people there you enjoy being with. There's going to be food you enjoy being with, and it's obvious that they've got a certain goal and a certain aim, and it points one direction. And the beautiful part, like taking a step further in terms of how heaven works, is that every particular society or group has a direction or aim that they're pointing towards. And again, we think of different communities with different strengths. And there's also an overarching aim, an overarching way of looking at the world that all these communities kind of coordinate with and start moving that direction. And boy, is that a beautiful thing, beautiful, beautiful thing to watch. All that diversity brought into unity through shared purpose, and that those shared purposes are shared across the board, and more as more and more communities develop, more and more societies develop, more and more people come into it, the more and more sort of fleshed out it becomes, and the more all these different perspectives kind of work together with each other. So friends, it's about embracing our humanity. I think that's it in a nutshell, embracing our humanity. And our deep humanity is something that's shared. So the more people you surround with you around your life, the more humanity you're going to get to experience. It's going to make your life better. And the more you're able to find a particular group where you can share certain aims or purposes with, that's going to bring your life a whole lot of meaning. And that's incredibly important to have. And again, we all get a chance to experience that. And that is where we see the commandment come true. As in heaven, so upon the earth, where we're really taking these principles and we're trying to live them as best we can. So it's welcoming a diversity of community, as well as really trying to focus on aims that move everything forward, aka service. There you go, if you want that in a nutshell, however that might look. So I hope that makes sense, dear friends. And what we're going to do now is we're going to shift gears here. We're going to do a little blessing, a little meditation, little prayer, little blessing. We will not be saying a live hello to folks, but please leave a comment, and we will return your comments as soon as possible. So with that, dear friends, let's get a little breath and listen to the prayer bow. Meditation from the Old Testament. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, bring you peace, and bring you home. Amen. All right, dear friends, listen, God bless. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you again tomorrow here in 10 Minutes of Morning.